On sheet 1, we're going to convert all of the data listed into a table. So all we have to do is put our cursor anywhere inside that contiguous range of data and then insert table. And the instructions also tell us to use the table style medium 3. So navigate over here and make that selection. And we're going to name that table January. And we're going to add a total row at the bottom. So we just put a check in this total row box here. And that puts a sum in the amount column. And then we're going to add a count here under the day column. So we've got that there, and then the last step we're going to do on this page is to delete any duplicates. So I click back up in the table and I'm going to remove duplicates. We're going to leave the checks in all the boxes because we truly want duplicated lines. Click OK. Tells us there were 4 duplicates found and 120 remain. Moving forward, we're going to use this data to create a pivot table. So we're just going to click Summarize with Pivot Table on a new sheet. That's going to be on sheet 2, and we're just going to reposition that so they're in order, sheet 1, sheet 2, and then we're going to put we want the sum of the amounts collected, so we're going to put amounts in the values. It automatically selected count, so we have to go to value field settings and change that to a sum. We also want to format that to the accounting number format, so I've clicked the number format button. I'm going to choose accounting, and we want 0 decimal places. Okay, the next step we're going to do is we're going to put segments over here on in the rows box so that it shows up on the left, and then we're going to put day over here in the columns box so it shows up across the top. So now we've got a really good synopsis of our data showing us what items, sales amounts for each day plus the totals. We're going to add a slicer here for week number, and that way we can take a look at these same numbers by week. So we're going to move that and just make it fit right about here. Okay, so now we can select the different weeks and see those values. Okay, so we're going to leave it with both weeks 4 and 5. So I just held down the shift key to be able to select both of those. And we're going to also add a pivot chart. So I'm back, clicked in my pivot table, and I can click pivot chart, and that clustered column chart looks good. We're just going to move it to where it fits nicely with underneath our pivot table over here. And I'm going to change the chart style, so I'll click design here and then choose chart style 3. And I want to turn off these filled buttons, these gray buttons, which we could use to filter, but we can do that with our slicer, so we're just going to turn those off so that we have more room for our chart. And this legend, I think if we moved it to the bottom, we'd probably have a better looking chart, so we'll do that. And there we go. And that's all we're going to do on this video with tables and pivot tables.